All right, we are just about coming up to 24 hours of the first day of AC. We are not in first place, guys. We are in second place, but it's a very strong second place. We got 6 points in it, and I hope everyone's going to be online. I will be online for sure for the next period. I know Kat and most people are online for the next period. It's actually 2 a.m. here in the UK, but I know for all of our American teammates, that's works out what 9 p.m. So that's a good time after work, after dinner, all good. We usually got a strong squad on that particular round, so let's see what's been happening. We've got an almost entirely green map, guys. Orange hanging on in 12. Let's first of all just have a little look at the defense info. We just about failed to take 12 earlier. Just a little bit short of turning the whole map green. There wasn't much in it. Nothing special. Crescent lead with a Venom and a Moon Knight, again PV squad in PvP mode. There's a rescue. It's only a tier 2 rescue, so I don't think we need to worry about that. Rescue is annoying. The fiery squad with Mephisto and his fiery friends. Mephisto is a problem. Sentry with the Goblin lead, which seems sort of dated. Like they brought in that Goblin lead especially for Sentry. No one ever really used it. You see it just around. A few people regretting their crystals. Like, why did I buy Norman Osborn in an Iron Man suit? Yeah, why did you? Got Mr. Sinister on the B team there. Mr. Sinister is actually like occasionally good in AC. I would always personally run him with his own lead because he's got that selfish type of lead, like a Deadpool or a Mystique kind of lead, where he gives himself an attack buff, defense buff, basically a frenzy buff, but permanent one. I would personally always run him with his own lead because he's very much like a weak B-lister at best, if not a strong C-lister. So he actually can do some damage in AC, but I personally would usually run him as the main damage on that team with his own lead. Probably wouldn't give him a support because he's not strong enough, but give him another couple of AoE characters or maybe a couple of characters with just crazy iframes that can run around taking a bit of damage off him. If I remember right, my Sinister is level 64, so nothing particularly special anyway. He's not going to shake up the meta, is he? But he's actually underrated. As you see, he is the lead in the next team with Magic for the kind of unimpressive support. Strange mutant team on the B side with Nightcrawler and Gambit. They're an okay AC team. Gambit's a great character in every game mode, but he suffers from defense and HP. If you can't play him manually, you might as well not play him at all. He's one shot every single time. If my Gambit could get in one attack in AC, I'm telling you, he's one shot whole teams. I don't think I've ever seen Gambit win a fight in AC. Not my Gambit. So he's just not built for this mode. He is a pure PvE kind of guy. It's strange that they put a Moonstone in that team as well. Moonstone and Gambit, again, both really high damage PvE characters that really don't have any value in PvP. If they could ever get off a shot, they'd one-shot you, but they never can get off a shot in this game mode. Nightcrawler seems a very odd choice for lead for that for me. I think he has an all-speed lead, if I remember, which is whatever, The next squad is strong. You got Null and Surfer with tier 3 Taskmaster support. That's a hard team to kill. What can I say? That's the kind of team where you probably don't even actually really get the satisfaction of killing them. You throw 3 squads against them and kill them 3 times, and sooner or later the game tells you someone else took out that last 20%, so he's gone, And again, Thanos with Jean with Colossus. It's a good but not great team. It's kind of like a 2 years ago PvP meta, but it's still a real issue in AC, especially when you've got that Null Surfer team on the A side. Warriors of the Sky, they have a revive. Really, that's what they have. They have a revive. Personally, always thought Shadow Shell, weirdly, the free-to-play character, is by far the strongest member of that team in most senses. But really, all you can do with with the Warriors in the sky, they're gonna like win maybe one round with the revive, but they're not brick walls. You're not throwing meta at them and seeing no damage decrease. You take them out. Like you could chip away at them with level 65s, to be honest. And obviously their support team there is horrible. Archangel, yikes. That's just a brutal team on 7. Doom, Surfer, Hulk, and then the full Defenders squad on the B side. No Jessica on the Defenders, so it's not the optimal Defenders, but you know, Luke Cage is just annoying on his own terms. Kind of funny the Satana lead for Mephisto. He doesn't really need it. He's got a fire damage lead of his own. It's nowhere near 60%, but he doesn't really need her. To be honest, if I was going to run Mephisto and AC with 2 support, I would run him as the lead and give him 2 true support rather than giving him a Satana lead, which is adding 30% to his attack, which is still an issue with Null, especially with support in AC, but it's not necessarily the best use of her team up in AC. I'd honestly be more likely to give it to somebody like Human Torch, who you know is going to get one-shotted anyway, but if he does get a shot off, he's got, boom, 60%. That would actually probably be a use I would choose for her rather than Mephisto. Is that Loki, Enchantress, and Carnage? Enchantress isn't in the lead. That's not a good team on the B side. Don't worry about that. Null with a Quicksilver is kind of annoying because not only are they both unkillable, it's not like one of those squads where you send like a Null with a Mephisto and they just both revive at you, or even a Null Mephisto Doom team where they just keep reviving, but they're kind of coming at you in waves where they revive synchronize. Null is playing his kind of revive passive trick. Quicksilver has a completely different kind of survivability, or just iframing all over the place. And actually combined, I can see that could be kind of a very annoying team to try and take out, because you're unlikely to have a character that's going to take both. Maybe, I mean, any character with big AoE could, in theory, take both, but you got to get through those ridiculous amount of iframes that Quicksilver has with your timing. So yeah, that's not an easy one, especially, again, the way that the AI is going to play. They're going to play the worst way for both, you know? So I would imagine like a Silk would be a good team to take that out. Like a Uniform Silk would be good. Widow, no uni. Panther, no uni. Cable, no uni. We don't need to talk about that. The Sentry with a Blue Marvel, that's also... It's difficult. But then also the B-side there is absolutely just nothing. So that's what we need to be taking out. I would say what we want to be looking at is... Don't throw too many meta at one unless that rescue is dangerous. Take out everyone first before you start throwing meta. Maybe that rescue is not strong. She's only she's only tier 2, so I don't think 1 is a problem. 2, you just need to take the Mephisto. The rest of it is a walk in the park. 3 is really just a sentry, but he's a strongly built sentry with that lead. I don't know what his actual his whole look is. Yuki. Let's have a look at Yuki. What's his sentry saying? His sentry is saying greed. Okay, that's not the end of the world. It's actually can be, can be a dangerous CTP, but not really dangerous. So yeah, that's just a sentry with a greed. That's no big deal. So this is just, we needed 1 squad that can take out 1 Mephisto, 1 squad that can take out 1 sentry. Any B team will do with 4. 5 is going to need maybe 2 or 3 squads of meta to take those guys, because you know one of those 2 boys is going to survive round 1. You probably take Thanos in round 2, but I bet Jean's going to survive. Even if you throw someone decent, she's going to survive. So we're looking like 3 or 4 decently meta squads, I'd say, to take that one out, unfortunately, at least. 6 is going to be no problem at all, really. Warriors of the Sky, like I say, you just need enough. Honestly, throw spam at them to kill the first revive, and after that, they aren't really strong without a revive. Once the revive is used up, they're nothing. 7, again, 7 is going to take, 2 to 5 strong squads to take it out, or you just keep throwing B tiers and they don't do any damage at all because there's too many strong meta on that team. Like Doom, Surfer, and Hulk together is annoying. Jeffrey Shun, let's see what his builds are. Hang on, that's our team. Jeffrey Shum. His Surfer has got Destruction. That's actually not awful, but it's not good. Authority, but not Reforged on Doom. Sorry, he's not using Doom on that team. He's using Sentry. Sentry with Authority as well. And his Hulk does have a regen. So actually the Hulk is probably the best built character from that team. Which makes it sound a lot easier because Hulk is a lot less frightening than Doom. But nevertheless, with the Defenders team on the B side, it's going to be a fairly big issue, I'd say. Jeffrey Shum looks to have stacked his entire squad on 7, so that's an issue. 8 is just one Mephisto, basically. I know Wenwu can be a little bit of a problem. It's not Wenwu, it's Loki. Yeah, no, Loki's no problem. Yeah, it's fine. 9, again, you got two dangerous toons there. You got Null and Quicksilver. And then 10, you got the Sentry Blue Marvel team. So I'll say 10, 9, and 1 and 2 are kind of, they will take some effort, but they're not too hard. But then it's the 5 and the 7 that really are going to take some serious attacking, basically. So that's where we stand there. So what has the general gameplay been like? Basically, Orange dominated the map for the first couple of periods. We pulled back quite well a couple of times. As you can see, we've got near equivalent points, although they actually dominated the map for the first 2 periods. So we've been doing well with chipping away at our region 9s and our region 7s and things like that, just for them 2 points. Yeah, basically Orange are strong, and they're playing. They're not joking around. They're not asleep. You know, they are taking the game seriously. They are playing. If we sleep, they will take the whole map. Trust me, they will definitely take the whole map. They are not joking. So it's really just a case of getting in there faster, getting in there harder, and reminding them that when you add up the totality of their squads to the totality of our squads, you know, at that point it's just a game of rock, paper, scissors, and we're going to win it. You know, sorry for that. So if we really mount a good attack and we get everyone on board, I think this is it's definitely a week we can win. It's not so bad to be down for the first 2 periods. You know, if we come back from this with a strong win, it's nice. I don't like these walkovers. I don't like when we come into a game and we just get annihilated, you know, 59-0. And I don't like it when we come into the team that aren't even playing. So it's like, yeah, we got a whole green map, but this guy's like, he's trying to solo on his own because no one else on his squad is helping him. It's not actually satisfying, you know. So not only do I think we will win this week, I think it'll be a satisfying win because we've had to fight for it. Orange have put up a good battle. It's been an enjoyable game. Not playing against weak players, but you're not being completely outclassed and demolished. I think it can be a win this week. I'm not going to say it's 100% guaranteed because Orange are fighting, but I think we can win. I think we can take some pride in this win because we've actually had to work for it. Purple, obviously, are not making much of a showing. When they did make a showing, to be fair, they're not totally asleep, but they are just kind of outclassed by us and by the Orange team. So they aren't able to make an impact. They're sort of, just edging their way into AC, basically. Which is fine, you know. I'd love to give them some charity and throw them a few map sections, but how do we know that Orange isn't going to turn around and spank everything else? You know, can't really afford to do that. So yeah, we had some struggles in the last round as well. I was working, so I was kind of half logged on, half trying to serve customers, unfortunately. But we had some struggles on the 4. You know, we had some struggles, I believe, on the 8. A few like late fight backs and stuff. But overall, we held the 1 and the 3 pretty consistently, I think, for the entire game. I don't think we've ever actually lost the 1, have we? Oh, we did lose the 1, yeah, at some point. We don't still have our first squad on there. Oh yeah, by the way, thank you to Hinka, who's I don't know if it's Henkatenka, it's your pilot buddy, but you know, all the pilots, thank you for your help this week. Looking good. Let's give a shout out to everyone who's taken some sections here. Henkatenka, Mad Dam, Dark Messiah, Navaneeth is back with us. Nice to see you again, Nav. And Cat's there, the boss as usual, always in there somewhere. Henkatenka, please work good. Cat and Henkatenka, well, you guys are just holding down the 5 between 3 people. Nice job, boys. Henkatenka, wow, you are killing it this week, brother. I gotta say, respect. Mad Dam, Henkatenka, and please work good. I don't think I've got a single region on the map, by the way, guys. I was throwing some metas against some annoying teams. Oh, it was a rescue again. It's always rescue that fucks me up in the AC, I've got to say. But yeah, rescue team took out a few of mine. I think I had a Surfer Sentry combo that I threw like, you know, 2 timeline teams at, basically, if I took them down eventually. But I didn't take any entire sections. I was always leaving some, you know, C-list level 70s that I didn't have enough to mop up after I used my meta. So I don't think I got a single actual region. I won't get any nice juicy rewards from my chest this week. But it's not the winning, it's the taking part. That's what they say. Dun's here as well. Nice to see you, Dun. Nav is on quite a few here. So yeah, basically, we got a few people. We got the usual suspects all here. Dark Messiah taking half of this one. Cat taking the rest. Nav on 1. Recipes here as well. See, we got a decent squad. We got like 6-7 guys playing, man. So I don't see why we can't take this evening. Don't forget, they've got to fight their way through at least 8 to get to 12. And who have we got on 8? Cat's got a Silk on there. Mad Titan's got a dirty Silver Surfer Sentry with Ebony support team. They won't have any fun trying to take that, trust me. Ebony Surfer with a Destroyer. It's almost rude, that team. like they're going to send a mixed energy and physical squad. All level 70, all tier 3. And just going to die to their own Reflect. 2 different types of Reflect. It's kind of a rude team, and Mr. Please work good. Are you sure you don't feel like you're insulting the opposition too much with a double Reflect team? It's kind of brutal. Surfer with a Quicksilver. It's not too bad. And that's kind of it. We haven't got like major. Oh, what I was saying yesterday, baby Nimrod. He's technically kind of PvP meta of some sort, or at least he was once upon a time. Yeah, we haven't got like the strongest squad on 5, but no problem there, because if they take 5, we'll just take it back again with even stronger meta to stop them doing it next time. So that's absolutely fine. Right, I'm going to wrap it up now, guys. It's 20 minutes long, this video, and I'm saying pretty much nothing. We haven't even started fighting yet. So basically looking like we could be on course for the win. I don't see why we shouldn't be. Make sure everyone logs on whenever you're able to. Do whatever fights you can. Chuck a few trash tiers at, you know, an unwinnable fight if you can, just to chip away. Do what you can to help out. Cat is going to be very happy. You see his little heart swells with pride every time he sees his team doing well, man. You know, you got to keep Cat happy. Make sure you log on and do your bit. So that's us. That's us for today. Looking good. Orange potentially a problem, but no biggie. Oh, last thing. I haven't got any characters left, so who shall we bring back? I've got 1,000 tokens to restore. That's probably a good idea. I'm definitely playing next round. So let's have the Hulk back. This guy. Baby Groot. Jean. Let's take Apocalypse, Colossus, Blue Marvel, Weapon Hex, White Fox. Damn, it's going to cost a lot. Taskmaster there. Obviously Doom, obviously Surfer. Let's bring back Kid Omega. He's underrated for AC. He's got that kind of nice AoE iframe guard break. He's a monster. Kid Omega Uni now, never. He'll break the game. So here's some of the big hitters: the Molecule Man, the Null, the Eternals, Mephisto, the underrated Monica Rambeau Spectrum. Let's have Sentry back, the blonde boy. We're already spending 400. Let's take it up to 5. We'll bring back Hydra Man. Told you he's underrated. Yeah, there's no one else really good. Doctor Strange and Spidey. Let's bring them, I suppose. Never bothered to build Spidey, by the way. My first T3. Top 10,000? I think I'm like top 6,000 at this point. He's never done anything. He can barely do like level 30 Proxima even back in the day. It's just no good. And in theory, he's still good in PvP if somebody doesn't bring debuff, but, in practice, he's really not. But I'm going to bring him anyway. So let's restore these guys. And that's who I can bring to the party next time, so nobody should be able to take out a few of those. If I chuck them all on one squad, I could take out one of those dangerous guys on 12, so, I will see you in a couple of hours when we're back on for round... What is it now? Round 4? Round 4, yeah. Alright. That's the roundup. See you next time.